What up, what up? This is Tony, aka Shay with YORUBADE. If this is your first time to my channel, definitely check out my other videos that I have on here. If you're a returning viewer, appreciate you actually coming back. It's been a couple weeks since I made my last video, but you know, same thing with everything, is always busy and just trying to be as productive as possible. So I have a lot of videos that I wanted to comment on early on, but just with time it didn't become it just didn't stay relevant. So but there was three that I wanted to briefly talk about, give my opinion on, and maybe we can all learn something and grow from it. So I wanted to talk about Hushpuppi, the I guess the rich Nigerian, or supposedly rich Nigerian, that was is said to be scamming a lot of businesses. That's the first one. Then the crisis that's going on in Mali, and just the insecurity, and it's very, very sad situation. And also Nneka Ede and her buying the soccer, the European Soccer League. So just gonna hit on some points that I just want to bring out. Just starting with Hushpuppi. So if you don't know who he is, social media influencer, and just a lavish spender. So I first became aware of him, just I kept on seeing reports about this guy named Hushpuppi, and I was just looking at it, I was like, why the hell does a grown man have a ridiculous name like that? So looked a little bit more into it, and I started saying, okay, this guy looks like he just takes pictures, and I don't really know what else he does. And he has a lot of followers, and that seems about it. And he's Nigerian. So recently, I think this was beginning of July, he was arrested in Dubai for cyber crimes. Basically, he created fake websites to get companies to give him financial information. Yeah, we hear about that a lot when it comes to Nigerians and the whole cybercrime network, and it's not much more to speak on that. One thing I noticed when I looked at his Instagram is his pictures are all the same. So he's taking pictures in front of like expensive brands, European brands. A couple of these have history of just being racist to Africans and black people. So I noticed that, and then he will have messages underneath the pictures, like I don't know, just inspirational, your typical inspirational quotes. And I mean, it's kind of weird because you're showcasing vanity, on your platform, and I mean, just such a superficial lifestyle. So I just didn't understand the night and day of it. Is kind of like you're just flaunting and just saying, I don't know, you just showboating to me. That's how I took it. Definitely not someone I would follow, but I mean, other people find him inspiring, I guess. And I noticed one thing I didn't. So I like to look at the business side of everything, and what relates to us Africans. And one thing I didn't see from all his pictures is that I mean, there was no African brands there. He wasn't promoting any of them, and I'm not like, I understand he promotes these brands to get paid. That's cool, but I mean, it would be nice if you got all these followers, like start bigging up a lot of these African owned companies, these black owned companies. But I didn't see any of it, and that's the sad part. A lot of unfortunately, a lot of us, when we come across a lot of money, we immediately start buying up items that we deem make us important and make us look successful, not realizing that we're extracting money that could have been going towards our community and going towards our oppressors. I mean, if you want to even go deeper than that, a lot of the materials and wealth that these European countries have were stolen, extracted, whatever, from the African continent. and because they fed us a bunch of lies on what successful people look like and what it means to be good, and they have, you know, everything developed, then we strive to be like them and to become one of them. So anyways, that's what I noticed from his Instagram profiles, and just what I haven't seen. So he hasn't been indicted yet. So he was arrested in Dubai, then he was transferred to the U.S. To Chicago first, and then he went to court, and then they transferred him from Chicago to Cali. So that's where they in California, that's where they you know, made the case against them. And now they just, I think I read something where it said they have 30 days to prove that he did whatever he did, and it's pretty much approaching that time. So maybe we'll hear some, you know, update about what's going on with him. Also, just noticing, you know, his character, from what I've seen from his social media, really his Instagram and everything that he posts and the messages that he puts on, I notice a very big contrast with billionaires that I've, you know, just been reading on, just learning about. That's what I like to do in my free time. I read a lot of books, and I like to study what billionaires are doing, not millionaires but billionaires, because, you know, that's the status I'm trying to get to soon. And, you know, just from the way they move, the biggest thing that I notice is they're not flashy. They don't wear their wealth on their sleeves or whatever. It's just, I mean, I mean, I'm sure they'll have some nice looking, you know, stuff, but it's not like excessive. And the way I'm thinking, all the jewelry and all the stuff, that the cars and the Rolls Royce that he has, in my head I'm thinking, okay, all this money, I rather extract that money from these items that are depreciating and pump it into you know, creating businesses in, you know, somewhere in West Africa, or investing in like solid businesses that just need the capital in West Africa, and watching them grow and then getting a return on my investment, so that I can help others. And then, you know, I don't want to be the only one that is all the way up here and everyone is like looking up at me like, oh man, we want to, like, to me that's like that godlike image that to me just screams selfishness, honestly. So yeah, so basically, yeah, I made a note, kind of like being a Peter Pan, but instead of just giving stuff away, like actually investing in the people. So starting with education, having like a consistent system of private schools, very affordable, that actually teach, you know, stuff that's relevant to us, our history, depending on which region of West, you know, which area of West Africa we're from, the culture, the language. Make sure that we actually understand and know all our language's words. Maybe we need to, you know, add some word, whatever. And just self-healing and self-love. I believe we learn too much about European history and not enough about our own. So I mean, what happens is we start to revere European history. Like London, there's a lot of Africans that want to go to London. If you only knew what the, you know, the monastery or whatever, or the royal family has done to a lot of these African nations, and how they just set them up for failure in a lot of situations. Last thing with the Hushpuppi situation. So he hasn't been indicted yet. He has, from what I've seen, it was like 30 days to make a case. And, you know, my thinking is, I don't believe the feds would just pick someone up like that if they didn't have some type of solid evidence. Who knows? We will see soon what you know becomes of it. And if there's an update, then I'll try to make a video about it, possibly, if there's something that I believe that we can learn from it. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that be. So the next situation that's currently happening is Mali. And Mali, to me, is very important to catapulting my, can I say, my entrepreneurial spirit, really my interest in West Africa. And this is due to the Mali Empire. Damn, I'm blanking on the guy's name. I don't know why. Mansa Musa. So when I first learned about Mansa Musa and how much wealth that he had, and who he was about, you know, was never taught this in public school. So I mean, I was just amazed at his power, and you know, the schools that he had, and you know, Timbuktu and just everything. So it's unfortunate that just being that ahead, you know, in his times, and now is reduced to war and famine. And so just give a brief overlook of what's going on there if you're not aware of what's going on. So they've been having an 8-year jihadist revolt. The latest, I'm gonna put something on the screen so you can kind of see the timeline of what's been happening recently. But as of recently, I think it was this week or last week, ECOWAS, so the Economic Community of West African States, the leaders decided to go over there for peace talks. And from what I've gathered, the reason why they're, you know, having these issues is because of the last election. The people feel that it was rigged, or the opposition, you know, feel it was rigged. And there's poor security, there's terrorists in the north. I think possibly Boko Haram. I'm not sure. So, but there's just insecurity in the northern part. Islamic extremists. And you know, when I hear about this in West Africa, one thing you know, if I can talk to the Islamic world, so if y'all are Islam, or you know, whoever, I will say, I think it's a duty, because they always claim, you know, Islam is doing this for Allah. I would say, if I can say to all y'all, the Islam community, y'all should come together and offer a tangible force to stop all this insurgency that's happening in West Africa. Because I mean, they really make y'all look bad. And it's like, so it's like someone taking my name and having I don't know, they created a mask and it looks like me, and they're going out and just doing despicable things in my name. I can't just say quietly, hey, I rebuke you. Like, nah, I'm gonna come out there and I'm gonna make sure to handle it. So I don't know, I'm just like, it's like enough of, well, I don't want to be rude the way I say it, but it got to be something. I would feel that you all would, I hope you all would agree that it has to be more than just saying prayers, or we do not condone violence and we are peaceful. Like, they're killing people. At some point, I mean, the bully is going to keep doing what they're doing. You got to fight back. And I'm just like, just for the sake of your imagery, you know, these people misusing, you know, your religion, the name and everything, like, I would think that the community, the Islamic community worldwide would just come together and make some type of fun. But like, you know what? We're going ahead and we're taking care of this insurance. Y'all making us, y'all messing up our image. We can't allow that. Y'all disgracing, you know, Allah. And we're going to handle y'all. I don't know how it's done, but I mean, at some point, I mean, that's what I would think, you know. But anyways, so as the peace talks are going on, Buhari is one of the ones that goes over there and yeah, and talks. I don't know what the hell he's gonna say, but ironically, at the same time, there is an increasing there's an increasing situation happening in northeast Nigeria. There's a lot of terrorism going on. Boko Haram, we all heard about them, and they are just wreaking havoc on the north. Like, I mean, it's insane, and it's been going on for over 10 years, but now like it's just increasing more and more and more. And I just keep seeing the reports, and I'm just like, damn, like it got to the point where this is where, you know, we should really get worried. There was a couple people that were soldiers that were deflecting, and they was just giving up. Now, I mean, I can't blame them, but I'm just like, damn, like, I mean, that's the next step. So everything's just crumbling. Everything is just failing. Now, one thing I did learn about was that Boko Haram defected. So people that gave up, so-called, you know, Boko Haram, the whatever, they go into a de-radicalization process, and then they're released. So they do all this killing, all this destruction. They say, okay, we don't want to do it no more, and they're captured, and then they go through some program, and then they're released. Now, I did a little bit of research on it, and apparently this happens in a couple. This happened before, not in Nigeria, but like across the world, like where they try to do some de-radicalization program, and it couldn't really say if it was working or not. I guess it just depends on the area and what's going on. But what some of the or at least one article said was it can be an alternative to the situation that's happening in northeast Nigeria, but they're saying execution is poor, and especially the timing, because right now the insecurity is just skyrocketing, and it's just taking off, and there's no one is able to solve this issue. Now, what I've read some people say that some of the Boko Haram members are part of the Nigerian army, and they feed the Nigerian army information of what's happening. And I can see that, because I'm just like, I mean, you've been fighting for 10 years and you still, like, someone is a traitor in that army. I don't know who it is, but I mean, they I don't know. My thing is, I believe the southeast, southwest need to break away, or them come together and come up with our own security forces and do our the army has failed, and at this point it's just, damn, it's lawlessness for real. So, but yeah, anyways, as far as going back to Mali, the situation in Mali, the reason why it's really important is because the insecurity is just going to keep spreading to all the other countries around. So Niger, Burkina Faso was another one, and I mean, if you don't contain this, then it's just messing up everything, messing up economy, economy, and just messing up just the mental health of the people there. You can't grow if you're always in war. You can't grow. It's a mess, and yeah, I would hope that someone is, at least one country is planning. Actually, I don't believe that. So that's the Mali piece, and then the last thing is Nneka Ede. So she was the first, they say, Nigerian or African woman to buy a European football club. I mean, it's pretty good, obviously, and that's what I like to see. I like to see celebration for individuals that are showing some type of ownership rather than just another employment. I don't care about, personally, I don't care about soccer players, African soccer players going to some French soccer team or whatever. I don't like. It doesn't. What does it do for the community, or what does it do to empower that person? I like to see ownership. I like to see buying shit up and just spreading your tentacles across the world. That's what I like to see. So big kudos to her. I don't see much information on her. It was really hard to look up anything. I only saw that one article, but I guess it's a good thing that her stuff ain't out there. She is also a millionaire, And yeah, you don't know much about her, which should be good, because the first person, look at Hushpuppi. You know everything about him. This dude was filming where he was, his location. I mean, he just, you know, you're showing too much, bro. And that's what I'm saying. It's just showboating at a point. With her, she on the low doing her thing. She bought this football team, and I'm sure she's still doing some other deals and making her money. Now, the biggest thing with just going back to Hushpuppi, one thing about him that really, you know, I guess rang alarm bells for these governments is that no one can really tell what he does for money. Now, he says he's in real estate, but you know, you're in real estate, but you don't post any of your buildings. Like, he just, the way he moves, just from studying, you know, other billionaires and even millionaires that are long-term thinking. They just, even real estate, like, they don't. I don't see them move the way. He's just really, really immature. And it shows, and now he's caught up in some mess, and it's we all just gonna wait and see what happens with him. But don't follow his footsteps as far as being, my opinion, as far as being flashy like him. You don't want people in your business, because you never know who is gunning for you. Now, another thing I did hear was his friends that was with him, they started clowning him, and they started saying, "Oh man, you're a thief," and stuff like that. Now, you know, I don't condone what he did, but I'm just like, yo, you're his boy. If you was taking money from him, you part of it too. Like, shit, have some loyalty. You know, if you've been doing dirt with somebody and then you just start ragging on them, it's like it shows where your integrity is. And I guess you really didn't have any integrity if you're messing with someone that, you know, allegedly stealing all, you know, people's money. So, those are the three that I wanted to talk about, and hopefully next week I can drop some more videos and some other things that are on my mind. If you like what I'm saying, or you know, just the content and how I explain stuff, then definitely, once again, check out my other videos on this site. Still trying to grow this channel and really be consistent with it. So I know I gotta bring some value for you. If you want to follow me on IG, my information is going to be in the info section, or about me section. Not the about me, but right underneath the video, you can click to see more information. And I also have an ebook about relationships and dating. So if you're still single, you're looking for that person, then maybe my book will help. It's called 4 Essential Traits to Look For When Dating. It is on Amazon, ebook, really quick read. And the link is going to be in the description as well. So if you found this video helpful, then definitely like this and show some support. Follow me on IG. And I'll catch you in the next video.